What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Sephora VIB sale and some products that I recommend trying, or some Sephora favorites of mine. These are not all products that you need to purchase. You don't need to go to Sephora and say, hey, I have my coupon, I want all of these products. But if you see some products in this bunch that you've been wanting to try, then maybe now is the time. So the sale, I got my little coupon in the mail, and I'm a VIB Rouge, so I get 20% off November 3rd to the 6th and the 10th to the 15th. I believe they added a second weekend. It used to just be like one weekend that you go. I don't know if it was a weekend or a week, not sure, but it was only a one-time thing. Like, you got a few days. So it's 20% off if you're a VIB Rouge. I believe it's 15 or no, I think it's also 20 if you're a VIB. And if you're a Beauty Insider, I believe it's 15. I'm not exactly sure if the dates are the same for VIB and for Beauty Insider, but I will add the dates down below in the description box because I tried doing some research online to see if they had the dates and the percentages for each level, but I couldn't find dates or how much the discount was going to be for each one. So I will add that to the description box as soon as I find out. So I have quite a few products laying here. I have brow stuff, primers, foundation, concealers. Like, I have it all. But before we jump into it, if you enjoyed this video and if you've watched some of my previous videos but you're not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you doing? Make sure to subscribe. The button is, I think it's down there. Somewhere down here, a red button, subscribe. Once you click it, a little bell is going to pop up. You want to click that bell as well. That way you actually get notifications. You'll get a little message on your phone every single time that I upload a new video. So make sure to subscribe. And now we can go ahead and jump into the video. Let's start off with brow products. I have two here, and it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I've been using this for so long, and I've repurchased this so many different times. I did used to use the pomade, but it got a little bit like, I don't know, it was a little too much for me, and it dries out super fast. So this is one that's never failed me. I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I use mine in the color dark brown. And then after I use that, I like to use my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This used to be called just the clear brow gel, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure if there's a difference, but this is the newer one, and it's just a clear brow gel. My eyebrow hairs are all over the place if I don't use a brow gel, seriously. So this is definitely a must-have for me. Moving on to complexion products. Sometimes I do use a primer. I used to use primers all the time. I used to never do my makeup without a primer. Nowadays, some days I use a primer, some days I don't. But when I do use a primer, these two have been my favorites from Sephora. Dr. Brant Pores No More. I've been using this for a really long time. I have the sample size right here, but they do have a full size in case you want to purchase it. But these, you can find them on the Beauty on the Fly when you're checking out, that little aisle that, makes you spend more money than you initially wanted to. Yeah, you can find this there, and it's a little bit cheaper. I think it's like 17 bucks. This primer, I feel like, works for any skin type. I used to use this on clients when I used to work at Sephora, and even just applying this alone, you can see a difference. Like, if you have fine lines or if you have larger pores around, this area, this is where I have large pores. I'm already showing you a preview of the next product that I'm using. If you have large pores, fine lines, wrinkles, everything like that, this primer is amazing. And it also mattifies. So if you have oily skin, it's like a 2-in-1. And then from there, one that I like is also the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Primer. It's an oil-free, poreless primer. It's kind of similar to the other one, but I like the Dr. Brant Pores No More a little bit more, but this product is amazing as well. If you want a really smooth canvas, flawless looking skin before applying your foundation, and if you want your makeup to last just a little bit longer, this is amazing. A lot of the products I've already featured on my channel, so if you've been watching for a while, you're kind of like, okay, I already know you love this product. But anyway, foundations. First one I'm going to talk about, and these are not in any particular order, I'm just picking up and going. Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. If you want intense coverage, and you want your makeup to last a long time, this is a must-have. The coverage is insane. This one used to get compared to with the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation because of how thick and how much coverage they provide, but I like this one a lot more. This gives you crazy coverage, but it doesn't cake up, which is always nice. So if you're going to an event, if you have a special occasion, holidays are coming, if you want something that's gonna wear all day, I would definitely give this a try. You can use it with a sponge or you can use it with the brush. Next foundation that I have is the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Foundation Thick. You guys are probably tired of me talking about this foundation, so I'm not going to talk about it a lot. Full coverage, nice finish. Does get a little bit oily on me after a few hours, but the coverage and the look of the foundation, it compensates for the fact that it gets a little bit oily. I don't mind it. I just have to touch up a little bit more, but it's amazing. If you haven't tried it, try it. And then the next one here, I've talked about it, I don't even know for how long, the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-Hour foundation. This foundation, I've been using it for a long time, and it's never failed me. It has SPF 15, and I find that this foundation, it's not like super full coverage like the Becca one. It gives more of a medium coverage, but you can build it up to a full coverage, or you can spot conceal, whatever you want. But the finish of this foundation and just the way it sits on the skin, every single time that I wear this foundation, I get complimented on the way my skin looks, and the color is perfect for me. I just love this foundation overall. And it's funny because every time I do a foundation review, you guys are like, okay, is this foundation as good as the Lancome? Like, how good is it compared to the Lancome one? Because you guys know how much I love this. I still use it. I don't use it as much, I find, like on my channel, but I still use it off camera. And then I have two more. The Fenty Beauty foundation is really good if you want something that's not gonna budge and something that's really matte. For fall time, maybe it's not the best if you have more dry skin, but with the hydrating primer and with the mist over it, I feel like this would be really nice. It's long wearing and it's super mattifying. And the last foundation that I have is one that I really like, but I find myself also not talking about it a lot, at least not recently on my channel. And it's the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I've been using this lately, and it just reminded me how much I really like it because it has nice coverage and it is a pretty matte. I would want to say it's like a semi-matte foundation. You can use it as concealer as well, but I mainly like to use it as just foundation. It's also easy to apply because of the doe foot applicator. Some people like it because of the applicator, some people don't because they say it's unsanitary, but it's totally up to you. For concealers, I only have two to share with you guys, and it's the Sephora Bright Future Concealer, and this is from the Sephora collection. And I feel like not a lot of people gravitate towards Sephora collection products, but their products are really good, you guys, and the price is a lot lower than some of the other products in the store. This concealer is about a medium coverage. I don't want to say it's full coverage, it's not Tarte Shape Tape coverage, but it does give a medium coverage, and it has more, it's not a matte finish, it's more of a satin finish, but once you blend it out, it does kind of mattify. But I do really like it, and I like the applicator and everything. It's just a really creamy concealer. It kind of reminds me of the one I'm going to show you guys right now, which is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I don't want to say they're dupes because they're not. They're kind of similar. I want to say that the Nars one's a little tiny bit more matte, but they both have that radiant satin feel. They're both really nice concealers either way. And then from here, we'll talk setting powder, Laura Mercier translucent powder. If you're still kind of on the fence about this one and you're like, is it really worth the hype? Do I want to try it? I think this would be a really good time to try it. Get some dollar bills off of it because it is pretty pricey, but it's definitely worth the money. If you are going to use it on yourself, if you do makeup and you're going to use it on clients, like either way, it's amazing. It does not give any flashback, and I just think it's a staple product, whether you have oily skin, dry skin. Like I think this is good for all skin types. For bronzing, I have a powder and I have a stick here. And funny enough, neither one of these are actually meant for bronzing. I just got them in a deeper shade so that I can use them for bronzing. So the Sephora Micro Smooth Baked Face Compact, this is in the color Deep 60. This is the perfect color for me for bronzing up my skin. And then another Sephora collection product, dang, I think I have quite a few here, is the Make No Mistake Foundation and Concealer Stick. I wouldn't recommend getting this as an all-over product because it did get quite oily on me after a few hours, but the formula of this is so nice for bronzing up your skin. That's the color right there. And they have, I wouldn't say they have like a super wide range of shades, but they have a decent amount of shades. It's so blendable and it does not mess up your foundation. So when you're applying it, I've tried some contour sticks that when you apply it, your foundation gets messed up underneath and then there goes all the work that you just did. So that one is good because it's creamy, easy to blend, and it does not mess up your foundation. Now for highlighters, I know highlighters are a big deal. So one that I think is also a must-have that I recommend trying out if you haven't already. All the Becca Cosmetics highlighters are really good, but the one that I like a lot is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. And this is in Champagne Pop. It's such a pretty gold highlight and it's quite intense. And I feel like this highlight goes with just about every kind of look. If you do even more of a cool tone look, I feel like it still looks nice. If you do a warm tone look, of course it looks amazing because it's a gold. It's very buttery and it kind of looks like skin as well. Like once you apply it, it's intense if you want it to be, but if you want it to be subtle as well, it can be. So that's a nice one. One as well that I've been reaching for a lot is the Laura Mercier Face Illuminator in Addiction. This is a really, really gold highlighter and it's so pretty on the skin. I will say these are not as intense as the Becca ones. This is more of a glow from within type of highlighter. If you want more of that like blinding highlight, this might not be the one, but it's still so beautiful. It's this one right here. It's a little tiny bit more gold. See how it's not as like out there as the Becca one, but it's still super pretty and it's very skin-like. And then the last one that I really like, and I feel like these are really slept on. I don't know if they're new, maybe that's why, but I received mine in PR not too long ago. And these are the Lancome Dual Finish Highlighters. And this is a multitasking illuminating powder. And the one I like is in the color 05. It's more of a goldish peach color. And that's what it looks like right there. I put just a little tiny bit on today. I put some on here and I put some on my cheeks as well. I didn't do it as intense, but you can kind of see it on this side. And this is another one of the highlighters that you can make it intense if you wanted to. But the formula of this isn't the same as the others. I feel like this is almost like a cushion formula. It's very soft to the touch. Like when you put your finger in there, it feels almost like, I don't know, it's just really soft. And when I say that you can make it intense, I'm not kidding. This is the Lancome one right there with a swatch. Even if I blend it, look, I'm blending it out and it's still crazy intense. It's up there with the Becca one. So if you like blinding highlights, but you can also use this for a more subtle highlight, give this a try. You might like it. Go in the store and swatch it and you'll see what I mean by feeling very buttery by the touch. Eyeshadow palettes. I don't do shadow as much anymore. If I do, it's very subtle. But two that I think are must-haves are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette has been everywhere. I don't even know if I even need to talk about it. It's this one here. Perfect for fall, perfect for summer, perfect for winter, perfect for all year round. When I first saw this palette, I was like, I need that palette in my life. I have some of the other Anastasia ones, but this one in particular, because of the warm tone shades, I just love warm tone shades. The shadows are so nice. They're extremely pigmented. You can do so many different looks with them. You can do so many different looks with just this palette, or you can, you know, mix it with other eyeshadow palettes and create different looks as well. I think they did a really, really good job with this palette because they have a lot of matte shades. There are two shimmer shades in there, but the transition shades are really nice. And then they incorporated some more cool tone mauve colors. But of course, they also did the burgundies and the warmer tones. You can do smoky looks. You can do just really soft, glowy looks. It's such a nice palette. And again, if you've been on the fence about it and you're kind of like, I don't know if it's worth it, or I don't want to, you know, pay the full price. I think they're like $54, something like that, or I don't know how much they are. But if you just have not been wanting to pay full price for it, I think now would be a really, really good time to give it a try. And another one that I really like that I used to use on clients all the time is the Tartelette In Bloom palette. This is by Tarte Cosmetics, and it's just, that's what the front looks like, and it's just a perfect palette for really smoky, warm looks as well. But it has all the colors that you need. It has some, you know, lid colors here. It has 3 shimmer shades. It has those intense smoky colors. And then you also get some warm tone kind of transition colors. It's more of a palette to create soft looks, maybe for like prom. Like I said, you can do smoky looks with it, but the shimmer shades aren't as intense as maybe other palettes are, but it's really nice, especially for weddings. If you do wedding makeup, or if you're planning to do your own makeup for your wedding, this palette I think would be really nice. And I have used this on clients before for like formal and homecoming, things like that, and it always comes in handy. Mascaras, I have 2 here. The classic Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it just depends on your lashes and what kind of look you like. If you like really full lashes and you don't mind, you know, using a bigger wand, because this wand is pretty big, then I would definitely suggest this. It gives more volume than length, I would say. And some people say it gets a little bit clumpy, but that's because it's meant for volumizing. So if you want something for lengthening, one that I recommend is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I'm actually all out of it and I haven't repurchased it, so I'm thinking of repurchasing it when I use my little 20% off coupon. But I really like this one because of the applicator. It's curved, so it really grasps onto your lashes. Not sure if you guys can see. I know I can't do close-ups because it doesn't focus with this lens, but it's a lot more curved. So when you coat your lashes, it almost curls them at the same time, which I really like. So these 2 mascaras are good. Lip colors, I have 3 to share, and I like these because of the color, and I like these because of the formula, both. So first one I'll talk about, and I actually have to check if this is limited edition. Let me check. It's not limited edition. Okay, so on here it says Nosferatu, on there it says Nosferatu. It's spelled 2 different ways on here and then online. And I'm mentioning this one right now because Christmas and Thanksgiving are around the corner. If you celebrate, red lips around this time of the year are super, super in. And the formula, it lasts all day. So when you're eating, you know, your turkey, when you're eating your tamales, once it dries, it's not gonna budge. I feel like it's not gonna look the same on camera. Hopefully it does. There you go. It's a little brighter on camera. In person, it's more of a deep red. It looks like it literally looks like blood. If you do want a brighter red for the holidays, the Too Faced Melted Matte Long Wear Lipstick in the color Lady Balls. Every time I wear it, I get questions on this one. It's more of a bluish red. It's just a bit brighter, but like I said, these look a lot different in person. If you swatch them, you can definitely see that the Kat Von D one is more of that deep red, which I typically like deeper reds on my skin tone, especially for fall time. And one that I'm wearing today is the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in the color Rico. I'll just swatch it so you guys can see it compared to the other ones. It's like a purple mauve color. The color is nice, but I mainly I'm mainly saying the formula of these. I like the formula of this more than the Kat Von D one. They're a little bit less drying, but that's how it looks right there, if you guys can see. Yeah, it's more purpley once it dries up, and if you put 2 layers, it gets a little bit darker. We're down to the last few products here. I think I have about 5 left over. You want to set your face, of course, and if you're looking for a good setting spray, I think the Urban Decay All Nighter is always a good one to go to. I have tried a few other ones from Sephora, and I always tend to grab this one. I feel like this is the only one that makes a difference. I have hair stuff and fragrances. You guys probably already know that one product from Sephora that I've been liking for my hair is the Way Hair Care Hair Oil. I'm almost halfway done with it, but I use this a lot. I use it on my natural hair. I use it on my extensions. Like if you have dry hair, or if you just got your hair blow dried, like I went to go get my hair blow dried a few weeks back, and when you get it blow dried, I feel like it doesn't look as shiny, and I like my hair to look really shiny and healthy, but not oily. So don't apply this near your scalp, mainly apply it at the ends of the hair. And then from there, what is this? A dry shampoo. A dry shampoo that I recently picked up that I've been really liking and that I recommend trying if you like using dry shampoos is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. And this smells good, first off, and it doesn't leave your hair white. And it also gives you a little bit of volume. You know, people say dry shampoos give you a little bit of volume and they also clean your hair and all that good stuff. But I haven't found a dry shampoo that actually gives my hair a little bit of volume up here, especially if it's day 3, day 4 hair. Yes, I go there. And you know, my hair is a little tiny bit greasy and I want to clean it and I want to add some volume to it. This is a go-to because I don't know, I find that the other ones don't add as much volume. They almost like weigh my hair down. I got the little tiny chubby one because I didn't want to get the big size if I didn't end up liking it, but I do. And then for fragrances, these are the last 2 things that I have. A favorite of mine is Giorgio Armani C. This is such a beautiful scent. It's so nice. It's very soft, very feminine, but it's not too floral. It's not too sweet. It has a little bit of musky in it, which I like. And another one that I really like is the Dolce & Gabbana Dolce. And I have it in my little Scentbird packaging, as you can see right here, because I got it from Scentbird. But it's like a green one like this. And this is a really clean smelling, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not as sweet as the Giorgio Armani one. It's definitely more, I don't know, to me it's more like a night out kind of scent, whereas that one is more of a daytime scent. But this is like a really clean smelling scent with a little bit of muskiness to it as well. So I talked about quite a few products there, and as I mentioned in the beginning, you do not need to go out and purchase all of these products. I'm just saying, if you've been eyeing some of these things, this would be a really good time to try it, especially if you're a VIB or VIB Rouge. You get 20% off, and Sephora hardly ever has any sales. So these are some of my kind of Sephora favorites for right now. And let me know if you're thinking of trying out any of these products. I do want to purchase some things myself. So if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. As of right now, I really only want to get the Huda Beauty foundation. And then I have a list here. I'll actually tell you guys a few things that are on my little wish list. I really want to get my hands on the Huda Beauty foundation because I want to do a full review for you guys. Hopefully it'll be in stock by the time the sale happens. And then the Bobbi Brown stick foundation, and then the Way texturizing spray. And I also want to try the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I don't know the name, but it's one of the newer ones that she came out with. I do also want to find some blushes, and I also want to try out, what is that called? The Brazilian Bum Bum cream. A lot of people say it's really good. I don't know, but I want to give it a try. I'm probably just gonna walk in there and be like, what do I want to try? Because when, for some reason, I make a list of things that I want, and then when I go in store, I'm like, I'll wait on it, or I don't really want to try it right now. So those are just some things I think I want to buy, and then when I go in store, I'll probably change my mind and find like 100 other things that I want to try. So yeah, those are some things I want to try. But like I said, let me know and recommend some things for me to try down below in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking of purchasing. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure it's a lengthy video. And give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And I will see you all in my next video.